Assalamu alaikum everyone. With the new year starting, I wanted to start a 7-part series where we talk about self-love and how that can come from God's love for us. So one of Allah's 99 names is Al-Wadud, and it basically comes from the root word of wood, which is a little bit different than just like hub or mahabba, the other Arabic root words for love. It's kind of like an active love. And so it's kind of like a different way of thinking about loving yourself. So if God's love for us also is like a bit of an active love, and by the way, the 2 times in the Quran it's mentioned, it's tied to other of his names, which are the oft forgiving and the most merciful. So if you think about the idea of loving yourself, right, or it's also translated as being the most affectionate, which I thought was really interesting. You might love yourself, but are you affectionate towards yourself? Like, it's a really interesting way to think about it. So if you really think about that, the concept of self-love, right, are we, forgiving towards ourselves? Are we merciful towards ourselves? Because that's also the way that God kind of put it in the Quran. And we kind of know that nothing is really by chance, right? So we have to reflect on these things. So this 7-part series is going to be every day there's a reflection prompt I want you guys to think about, because the whole point is for us to improve our love for ourselves. When you lack loving yourself, it impacts your life in so many different ways, okay? You end up having a lot of defensiveness. You criticize yourself a lot. When something happens, you feel like it's your fault. You're never good enough. It really impacts a lot of different things and how you interact with the world, and creates a lot of negative self-talk for yourself. So loving yourself is very important, and I want us to do that and work on that coming from God's love for us, okay, for his creation. And the thing is, God wanted one of you on this earth, right? So if that's not special enough, that's something just to think about in and of itself. So I'm going to add one of the reflection prompts for today, which is, how does my understanding of God's love impact my perception of self-love? And each day we're going to work on another prompt, and we're going to learn a lot about how we can improve our love for ourselves coming from our most merciful, most loving, most affectionate God. Each day I'm going to send another prompt. So, definitely hit follow so you can catch up each day on reflecting on how to improve our self-love. And we'll start 2024 off on the right foot, inshallah.